Hello and welcome to the Art of Divination. You know, it's strange things we've learned over the last 50, 60, maybe even 100 years that have really taken us leaps and bounds into potentially a wonderful future. But I often wonder, how much we've forgotten in the last 1,000 years. And with that, I would like to share with you my thoughts on playing cards and the various timings that we can attribute to the various suits. There are various ways of looking at this, and sometimes it just depends on the reference or the book that you start with and you find the most comfortable. I have read in older traditions that the diamonds would represent the spring period, which is good. The clubs would represent the summer. Hearts would represent the fall or autumn, and of course, last but not least, the spades would represent the winter period, and that's fine. It worked well for me for quite a number of years. Then I read in a different source that placed the order in a different way. And in some ways it correlates to the suits that we look at when we look at tarot. Okay, that will be clubs or wands that would relate to the spring period. Okay, this is also the element of fire, so that's important to remember for later. Hearts would represent the summer period. This correlates to the element of water. You have got the spades, which is the element of air, and that relates to the autumn period or fall. And of course, last but not least, you've got diamonds, which is the winter period and is related to the element of earth. Now, you might say to yourself, how does this help me when I'm doing a reading? Well, of course, it depends really on the question. Sometimes people want to know a particular timing or for a specific event to come about, or changes to begin to see the light of day or to manifest. And if you pick one of the cards, say the heart card, and that this relates to the summer period, and that you're early in the year, January, February, March, you could say, well, look, this will begin to manifest. You will see some progress in this particular area or project once we hit the summer months. So once you look at like July, August, September, which are the hottest months of the year where we are, that of course is when they're going to see things manifest. So that's one way of looking at it. Now you can go further into detail if you understand that because of the way the suits are corresponded, you can also attach to them various zodiac signs. If you think of the first three signs, let's start with Pisces, Aries and Taurus. Okay, I know Pisces is like the end of winter and Aries is the start of spring, but I like to lump those two together because there's quite a correlation between them. In astrology, Mars rules both Pisces and Taurus because Mars gives it that extra boost as the element of spring, or the fire element of the club or the wand actually kickstarts the new year. So if we think of that as Pisces, Aries and Taurus, there's an easy way to remember that, a wonderful mnemonic. I just think of Postman Pat. Now, I know that sounds funny, but Pat, P-A-T, that is the starting initials of Pisces, Aries and Taurus. Okay, so if you think of the mnemonic, Postman Pat has got a spring in his step. When you see the club and someone says to you about timing, you can say, well, look, this is going to happen sometime around about, and you can give them the various astrological correlations, and that will make things a lot clearer for them. Okay, when we look at the heart and we see the summer period, there of course we're going to relate to that the zodiac signs of Gemini, Leo and Cancer. Okay, now I said those in the wrong order, I know that, because the mnemonic I've got for that is GLC. Now, for those of you who live in the United Kingdom, you may be aware that GLC is the initials for the Greater London Council. So think about this. I see a heart card. I know that hearts are related to summer, and the GLC takes its well-earned break in the summer. So we see that GLC, Gemini, Leo, Cancer. Okay, so that's a mnemonic for that. Very, very simple, very, very easy. After that, of course, we've got the spade, which represents the fall or the the autumn period. For that, we've got Virgo, we've got Libra, and we've got Scorpio. Think of those three letters, Virgo, Libra and Scorpio, and you can work out a nice mnemonic for that. The one that I use is the word voluptuous. Okay, and because this relates to the autumn period or fall, of course what happens then is you get all the leaves fall down, you get the wonderful colours. So you want to remember the voluptuous colours of the autumn leaves, and that gives you the 3 star signs that I have attributed to that particular card or that particular suit, which will be Virgo, Libra and Scorpio. Okay, and last but not least, we have got the diamonds. Of course, diamonds represents the end of the year, the winter period, and for those we've got the 3 signs: Sagittarius, Aquarius and Capricorn. Okay, again, I've said those in the wrong order. They form the 3 letters which form the word sack. Okay, S-A-C. Sack is something that you put things into. It's also a slang term for a sleeping bag, something you take when you go camping. You want a very warm one if it's winter, but think about diamonds and you say, so I've gone camping and it's really cold, so I'm going to jump into my diamond encrusted sack, and from that you get Sagittarius, you get Aquarius, and of course you get Capricorn. And that gives us not just the 4 seasons but the 12 zodiac signs, which then we can relate back to the months of the year. So this opens up your ability to give specific timings, very much so. You know, it means you can be quite specific about when an actual event is likely to occur or begin to see the light of day or to manifest, something along those lines. It's a very, very useful tool, and it does open up a lot of information, not just for you but for your clients as well. So with that, I'm going to leave you and say thank you until next time. Goodbye.